Good morning, I'm Leo Willett, Gengras Ford. Happy Monday. Here to talk a little bit about the Bronco. It came out last year, so this is the second year. We've got a couple new models this year. We've got Everglades, we got Raptor, so we're adding to the team. But if the trails are calling, you want the Wildtrak or the Everglades or the Raptor. Those will be ones that's specifically for off-road use. And we're going to go over a little bit about the front ends. We're still aluminum up here, fenders. Just the back panels are steel on here. It's a fill frame. A lot of the Broncos, you think early ones were built off the F-150 platform. This is built off the Ranger platform, so a little difference there. And this one, you could get a modular, you get a steel bumper. This one has this standard bumper with it. See, it's got this plastic. Ford, all the Ford's Bronco across the line have Co-Pilot 360, so it has all the new safety features. You see the camera up there for lane keeping systems. This does have pedestrian detection, so the computer can tell shapes with this camera on the side here, on the right side. It has automatic headlight dimming. So it has all the safety features, even though you're going to go off-road. So Wildtraks will have a couple extra, they call go over any terrain, which we went over last year. But this will have Baja mode, and it also has rock crawl. So sort of like cruise control if you're off the road with it. So a little technology stuff there. If you went with the modular bumper, it wouldn't have the fog lights in it. It would have some cutouts here, be all steel. You'd be able to take these side plates off. So extra, you always talk about water forwarding, stuff like that. This has like 33.5 inches as it is. If you go to a Raptor, it'll go to 36 inches. And you have like 11.5-inch clearance here, ground clearance. If you go to the Raptor, it's going to go up to 13. Okay, you have 35-inch tires here, because this type of off-road use, you want to have a rim that has this bead lock capability. With that, I mean you go down, usually off-road, you're going to go down about 25 pounds air. It'll lock the bead of the tire and went to the rim, so it won't separate when you're climbing over the rocks. It's kind of sort of like this too. You can see the upper control arms. You get more wheel travel with this type of off-road suspension. It's up to 8-9 inches wheel travel. So if we're trying to, it has, you can go around a rock, so it can move the truck over. So it's kind of important. These fender flares too. There's 5 clips on here. You can see like a little tag to pull. See this? You turn these around. You can actually pull these off. I just got 5 clips on the inside. I don't know if you can catch it in there. See it right there? See this one? I'll pull it down. See it? Yep. You pull that off. There are 5 of them. You pull this out. You take it right off. And if you had the modular bumper, you take this piece off here. So it'd just be the tires. We talk about inclination angles, departure, that type of thing. On the Fords, you see the doors, they're frameless up top here. So you actually take the doors off. You want to add to the excitement if you're off-road. So that's something not offered in other cars. And then the bolts on here, it comes with a toolkit in the glove compartment. But actually, if you didn't tighten these down all the way, the door will click. It'll let you know that you didn't put enough torque into that bolt, and it'll click loud too. It's like click, click, click. That's something, something for Ford Bronco owners wouldn't. And on a hot day, that too, it has a feature with this remote, some more technology. Just tap it once and hold it. It's going to bring all the windows down. See that? Cool. Oh, wow. It's something on the, you have it too. That was for last year too. That's kind of cool.
Very neat.
Ford Proving Ground is in Johnson Valley, California. So they always talk about Easter eggs with these new cars. There's a lot of Broncos everywhere. But if I took the Freedom, the 2 panels come off on the top to make it kind of like a convertible. There's the actual coordinates. You can plug it into your GPS where it was introduced. So it's a racetrack in California. You can go there. You can visit. It's called Bronco Knoll. And you can bring it up with rock climbing. It's a pretty fun trip to take if you ever want to go about 2,500 miles. But okay, around the back. Like I said, again, you can tell this is aluminum. That's metal. You can hear the difference. The back's all metal back here. You have another little Easter egg. It's going to show you the first generation Bronco here. And you got your capless fuel. This came out with the hard top. It's kind of late availability. This has the accessory rack on it, but this rack too, if you're not, you need to clean it, you're coming off the trail, has 2 grips right here on the hard top. So you can see where it has 2 end grips, so you can step up on the tire, climb up top and clean it off if you had to get up there. Okay, all the higher trims have LEDs, headlights and taillights. Okay, the door's like a 2-piece. And be careful with the top. You got to swing it at least 90 degrees or further, otherwise it'll catch over here. You just pull this up. Okay, you need a lot of space there. It's about 38 cubic inches in the back. You put the seat down, it's about 89. So a lot of area there for your, and the doors fit in here. That's what I was saying, the tops of the doors, it's all open. So if you got the right, boxes, you can put all the doors in here. This too has a rear-facing radar. This one does have the tow package. So it has the 4 or the 7 pin. You can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Okay, there. And again, the 17 Ridge or standard, that gives you a lot of meat on this tire. Like I say, if you went to a Land Rover Defender, you can't get a 17-inch tire. It comes with a 20-inch. That means the tire's like this wide. So if I caught a rock, it's going to blow the tire right out. The guys are asking, if they're bigger rims. You don't want a bigger rim. You want this much tire. You're letting air out of a tire, and you're climbing over rocks. So this is really like for the the out over any type terrain type car. And the mirrors are part of the pillar in the front on the Wrangler on the door. So the mirrors stay. Any Ford accessories like this one has plates up here. There's a plate here if you want to take it off. Do like trail lights, extra lighting. And they're pre-wired from Ford. So Ford, if you look up in here, has these upfitter switches. Those are already wired, okay, for guys that like a little technical. And if you want to do the light bar up here, there's a wire up here already, okay? And the Ford, with the Sync 4A, the owner's manual's built into the car. So you just go in there, you put in all auxiliary switches. It'll tell you what color the wire is, where it is, and you can go plug in the wire right up here. There's a wire in here for the lights. That's already inside the pillar. There's a wire out here for fog lights. Okay, and those all tie in the front here. So we get gotta pull it twice. We get the hood. Get the hood open. Okay. And we got the 2.7 liter. That carries over to the F-150s with the 10-speed transmission. But the accessory wires are right here. So you're tied to those upfitter switches. You just look at the manual. It's going to tell you what color goes to what switch. Okay, the first one's 30 amp. The second one's 15. The last 4 are 10 amp. But it'll tell you, tie right in. What else you want to go over? Again, the seating. Ford with their seats, they offer lumbar support. It's not something you see in the Rubicon. A lot of older guys, if you have any back problems, this has lumbar support here. Okay, you've got the new 12-inch. It's Sync 4A. With Ford 2, if you're a real, off-road enthusiast, it has Ford Performance app in here, so you can download maps for trails. It all comes complimentary through Ford. You've got USB-C tie up here. This is going to have a front and rear locking differential. So this vehicle is actually like 500 pounds heavier than the regular cars. It's 4,600 pounds, which to put it in perspective, that's what an F-150 weighs. And the horn, you get used to the horn. If you heard it before, that's an F-150 horn. So there's a lot of stuff there. You got lots of grab handles so you go off-road. It's easy to take the twin panels off of the top. Just a couple snaps here. Just come right out. This has the sound deadening in it, so that's nice. There's a couple new colors this year. It's desert tan. You can get it cyber orange in the base. So a couple changes there, but that same platform as last year. Just like say a little bit more if you're doing the off-road type stuff. And it's still something that drives nice on the highway. So this is a car with a 330 horsepower. It can go to 0 to 60 in like 7 seconds. That's pretty fast. So, but again, And I'm Leo Lett. Just talk about the car a little bit before we head out. The best part is going for a test drive. So invite you in and happy to answer any other questions you might have. That's it.